Good things, Delmarva.
Good morning, I'm Lenita Wesson, and you're watching Good Things Delmarva, a show where we take a look at all the great things happening in your area. We begin with the debilitating motor system disorder, Parkinson's disease. It affects millions of people worldwide, but right here on Delmarva, there are support groups that can help. Mr. Dennis Liebel joins me this morning to talk more about it. Good morning, sir, and welcome. So glad to have you with us.
Glad to be here with you.
So let's start with the basics. I mean, I think a lot of people have a general idea about Parkinson's, and many are affected by it. What is Parkinson's disease, and how does it affect people?
Well, it's a neurological disorder. It's the loss of dopamine in your brain. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that works between different parts of your brain. Everybody's losing dopamine. You're losing it, I'm losing it, everybody's losing it. But for some reason, people with Parkinson's have lost it faster than other people. Okay. And the result of that is that they lose muscle control over their limbs for the most part. There's other symptoms and factors that come into it, but that's mostly what it is. You see the tremors and the shuffling. It's a loss of muscular control.
So how prevalent is it?
Pretty widespread. It's estimated that there's 1.5 million people in the United States with it, more men than women. Okay. There's a small hereditary factor at work that causes it, but for the most part it's environmental, and they're still not sure what all causes it. Chemicals like carbon tetrachloride are factors in it. More farmers, a lot of farmers get it, more so than the average population. Welders get it more so than the average population.
So you mentioned some people who it affects. Is that a pretty good idea of who Parkinson's affects, or who does it affect?
It's mostly folks who are working out of doors. Okay. Farmers, people who are exposed to chemicals for the most part.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, does anyone in your family is affected?
My wife has it. She's had it since 2002. She has a form of Parkinson's called non-motor Parkinson's. It doesn't affect her. She doesn't have any tremors, but it's affected her trunk. She's lost strength through her trunk, and she probably had scoliosis all her life, but she was strong enough to overcome it. But now that she's lost some of this, she's gotten bent over from scoliosis. And so when you see her, what you see is the scoliosis. You don't really see Parkinson's, but she has it, and she takes a lot of medicine to help keep it under control.
I was going to ask about treatment. What kind of doctor treats Parkinson's?
Well, it's neurologists that treat them, but not many neurologists are really well qualified in Parkinson's. So we have to go to, people with Parkinson's here on the Eastern Shore, here on Delmarva, have to go to Philadelphia or Baltimore or Washington to really find the experts here.
Okay, so we know that clearly he is well versed in Parkinson's. Your wife affected by it, and you also lead a support group.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
When we moved down here full time in 2008, there was no support group here. My wife had previously been a member of it, and she said, well, let's start one. And so we started one in '09, and we put out flyers, and 50 people showed up at the first meeting. And we're now up to around 230 members.
Oh, my.
Yeah. We draw from about a 20-mile radius around Rehoboth Beach and Lewis. And it's just grown like wildfire. One month we had 9 new people join in 1 month.
So what kind of activities?
We've got exercise programs. We do Tai Chi. We have monthly meetings. We have Christmas parties and picnics. We also have yoga. It's possible we'll be moving into our own facility. We'll have our own facility up there in the Rehoboth Beach, Lewis area within the year.
Take it up a notch.
It's going. Right now, there's a woman, one of our exercise leaders, she went out to Tucson today. She's going to be out there all weekend learning more about Parkinson's exercise. Okay. There's a saying that exercise is medicine for people with Parkinson's.
Okay. So it's very vital.
And it's important because you got to keep those muscles moving. And it's something that it's my hardest job is to get people to exercise. But we have a number of exercise classes. We have exercise going on every day of the week. Well, Monday through Friday, I should say. And it's no question that it helps.
Now, we'll have about 30 seconds left. Are there any specific programs or goals you are pursuing for your members?
Yes, we are. We're working very hard to bring telemedicine to Delmarva. It's hard for some of our members to get to Baltimore or Washington or Philadelphia. So we're trying to get telemedicine. Also, I'm working on an aging in place program that isn't limited to Parkinson's. It's a statewide program that I've got the support of the Department of Health and Social Services. So we're doing quite a bit,
yes,
not just for the Parkinson's folks, but for the seniors as well. All the seniors up on Delmarva. No, I guess I should say in Delaware.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing this morning. We know you're going to get that building. We'll have you back once you do.
Okay.
And we know
That'd be
your
great.
alliance and your group's going to keep growing. So thank you for spreading the word and providing that resource for people who are affected by Parkinson's.
Thank you for having me here and giving me the chance to let the community know what's going on here.
My pleasure. All right. You stay with us. We have more good things Delmarva coming up right after the break. We'll be right back.